critiques of themselves that could, in principle and sometimes do, cause people operating within a certain tradition to lose faith in the tradition and look to other traditions in search of a new home. That, MacIntyre notes, is how conversions happen. One of the claims contemporary liberalism makes for itself and against its competitors is that it, and it uniquely, can place on an intellectually secure footing widely accepted basic civil liberties, such as the rights to freedom of speech, religion, and conscience. I have never found this claim to be plausible, and much of my own scholarly work has been dedicated to refuting it. The book you hold in your hands is a theological and ethical work written by a gifted scholar who writes from the perspective of a Southern Baptist Christian. I am a philosopher of law rather than a theologian, and a Catholic. So, in two respects, I'm looking in from the outside. And yet, I find Andrew Walker's arguments and analyses illuminating and, indeed, instructive. I believe you will too, whether you are Protestant or Catholic, Christian or Jewish, a believer or an unbeliever, and whether you are a theologian, a philosopher, or none of the above. An impressive aspect of Walker's work is his willingness and skill to draw on insights and analytical tools derived from other traditions of thought, secular as well as religious, including the tradition of natural law theory, to understand more thoroughly the moral foundations and practical implications of a properly understood right to religious freedom. He writes from within a tradition, drawing powerful insights from it, but avoids hermetically sealing himself off from what is to be learned and gained from other traditions. His work is in no way insular or sectarian. It is certainly not exclusively for Southern Baptists or Protestants or Christians. And yet, Liberty for All is a work of Christian ethics, and, like any work worthy of that description, Christian witness. It explains why, for disciples of Jesus, religious liberty is indeed for all, and not just for Christians ourselves. It shows why Christians must respect and, what is more, be in the forefront of protecting the liberty of non-Christians and even non-believers. Further, as Walker makes clear, a sound understanding of religious liberty cannot be narrow or cramped, but must be capacious. It is not merely the freedom to worship or to exercise one's religion in the private domain of the home or church, synagogue, mosque, or temple. It is the freedom to give public witness to one's convictions and to bring one's religiously informed judgments regarding justice and the common good into the public square to vie there on terms of equality with those who propose competing ideas. This is a lesson Christians of all traditions and denominations need to take on board, and it is a fact about authentic Christianity that it is important for everyone to understand. Introduction. You get to decide what to worship, not whether to worship. September 12, 2018, marked the 10th anniversary of David Foster Wallace's tragic suicide. Wallace is not typically well known by Christians, but he was one of his generation's most unique and extraordinary writers. He was also a deeply troubled individual, as revealed in portraits of his life. Though not a professing Christian, he seemed respectful at times toward Christianity, especially Catholicism. Some speculate as to whether Wallace was on the verge of converting at one point, but a life racked by depression and addiction kept him from the altar, as far as we know at least. When one reads Wallace, one finds someone grappling with existence, someone trying to assemble meaning through the brokenness of addiction and severed relationships. But in some embryonic form, his dalliance with religion and his comments on at least one occasion provide a launching pad for further discussion of the contested issue of religious liberty. Wallace gave a now famous 2005 commencement address at Kenyon College titled, "This is Water."